Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back once again, Keystone Cowboy. I've got Mr. Noko up here in the booth with me. I've got Graham as our in-race reporter. We will be coming live to you, Giggity Racing, at Dover in the Custom Trucks, Season 4.5, Week 2. We've seen some good battles there at the end of our preset trucks. Second through fifth were under a blanket there fighting for position, as we seen Elite Precision take home his second win of the season. But once again, this time it's customs. Whole different beast, whole different ball game.
Yeah, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head there. It's going to be all about front grip, balance, and who's going to have the best fall off as we get deeper into the runs here at Dover. It's a tough track, concrete, 1 mile, high banked. It's going to chew you up and spit you out. It's going to pose a lot of problems for drivers that maybe have an ill handling car. It's going to be a long race for those guys, and those guys that have the car dialed in, man, they're just going to be putting it on cruise control, one arm out the window, and just driving away. So it's going to be fun to see who has it all dialed in here today.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a pretty stacked roster here. A lot of winners.
Here. Honda Racing got the pole for this race.
All right, Honda, Mr. Fonda, as I started calling him from the Dirt series. But yeah, I mean, a lot of good drivers in here. I mean, we've got Plant, who won Daytona last week, making his return. Ed Tho for the Canucks.
Is it 50%?
Yes. 2x
3 times?
2.
2x?
Yep.
Cautions?
Yeah, I'd hope so.
Stages, yeah.
Yep, cautions and stages, yes sir.
Yep.
But yeah, we've got Little Man and Just Ken for the Undogs. We've got Sanity and MD2 Wood for NoCo. We've got Venom running for Cola, Crazy Bratton and Honda for Team Pendle. Ed Tho and Moore running for the Canucks. We've got Guitar and Life as a Plant running for RJM. Paul Bear and Dr. Robbie. Dr. Robbie just has to be setting number 1 on the daily before this started for Team Shin. And we've got Creed and Fast Scott for NRG. So,
all right, I'm going to back out of here. If you guys send me an invite real quick.
Yeah, you got one. You already got one.
So go ahead and start it. And let's get this thing going.
Boss, I'm going to start really far in the pack.
Should be a good race. Let me know when to take that invite.
Yeah, they haven't started. They need to start it.
Yep. Tell them, crap.
I got it. See, boys and girls, that's what you don't do. You don't put a wrong setup in trying to get for qualifying. That's what happens.
Oh, wrong one. More remove everyone. Yep, sorry, wrong chat.
You know, Dover is a 1 mile track, and you know we talk about what do we say is a short track versus maybe a speedway. I think this is a little bit of a hybrid. I like to call it a mini Chicagoland because it has the concrete surface, but it also has that Bristol appeal with the high banks. So it's a hybrid. You know, it's a cross between Bristol and Chicagoland, and it's one of those tracks that's been on the NASCAR circuit for many years. Seen a lot of great races at this track. Jimmy Johnson, you know, as of recently, 11 Dover wins.
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of great races here in the past in the different series here. So I mean, these guys, I don't expect anything less than a great show tonight. I can't wait to get this race going. It's gonna be fun to see strategy. Muted?
Yeah, you don't have your thing on. Or if I think, and guys accept your things too.
All right.
Uh-oh.
He muted you then.
Oh, he muted me.
Oh,
right when
yeah, see.
Right when I'm doing my Larry McReynolds race analysis.
I know, right?
You gotta steal my thunder. All right, I'm gonna get in here, guys, and we'll get this underway. We're 2 times word tonight. Stages, cautions. it's going to be really interesting. I'm going to be. I feel like we're getting a lot of comers and goers here.
I'm just hoping. I'm hoping we can see people make passes on the high line. We've seen a couple guys in the presets making passes on the high line. We've seen Meatball and Little E in the 3 and 24 trucks do it. So, what's to say they can't do it in customs as well as we get going
you're absolutely
here.
right. You know, this track, unfortunately, the bottom line is the preferred groove. So, I mean, you can really kind of bait that driver to get to your outside. I saw a lot of that.
They're beating and banging back here already, reckon. Creed in the 15.
And it started with the 16 hitting the outside wall, and it conga lined everybody.
Oh, little man in that 98 banged up just a little bit. Looks like Fast Scott in that 16 truck's got a little bit of front end damage. Alright, so obviously not to start these guys we're looking for is that 19 Toyota trucks. Got a little bit of damage on it as well. Alright.
Alright, I'm loading in here. Pick up the action.
Alright, well let's rack them and stack them again.
You know, as a driver, you just want to settle in here. Want to definitely have a lot of give and take to start the race out. Let it kind of get spread out and see what you might need as far as adjustments go. That way you can put yourself in the right position at the end of the race to capitalize on either a great finish or even possibly the win.
Yep, here we go. We've got Life as a Plane on the outside of Honda. Looks like that inside line once again is going to prevail on the initial restarts. Oh, getting swirly coming out of turn 2 here. So it looks like a lot of these guys are going for fast setups, but with fast comes loose.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many of these guys, what kind of fall off they're going to have with these with these setups that they have put in on these trucks. Also, the gearing and the fuel. You know, I mean that's also going to be another factor if we get some long green flag runs here.
As we've got Mr. Moore with that Canadian paint scheme. Oh, looked like somebody caught the wall there.
We've all kind of single filed out here. Oh, 3 wide. They're beating and banging back there.
Crazy Breton in that 24 truck.
It looked like he got a little out of shape there in the middle of 3 wide. You know, you get that air taken off that rear spoiler, and it really gets really unstable,
yes.
Especially at this track with that high bank.
Yeah, it can definitely throw a wrench into your plans. You can be sitting here running lap, doing great, and the smallest bit of disruption in the air on your truck from somebody.
I see a lot of contact back here with the 20, the 98. Looks like the Ford truck, they kind of got it sorted out now, but there is quite a bit of contact there. So they had a moment, but everything kind of cooled off for a little bit in stage 1. Everybody's kind of just feeling out their truck like we talked about pre-race.
Oh yeah,
seeing what other adjustments.
That's
what
all
other
it
adjustments
is.
You know, and I feel whenever you get into a public lobby and you practice, you know, with your teammates or anybody else, I feel like the truck handles differently versus having it in full race conditions. So it's going to be really interesting to see how many guys did their homework and was prepared for a Congo line draft like this, because the draft is really immense and it can really upset the handling on your car at any track.
Yeah, I cannot tell you how many times that, say last year when I was running Custom Xfinity, jump in with 4 or 5 guys and the car be absolutely fantastic. But when you jump in the lobby with 20 people, it just totally be the complete opposite.
Yeah, and that's just the product of that air. Well, you know, the new rules package on the trucks and the Xfinity and Cup cars, that downforce and aero is just so key. And we've seen that for like the last 8 years in NASCAR, that the aero is so critical in the sport, which, I mean, I hope they get away from that. But it really does coincide with the game. You have a lot of trucks around you, a lot of traffic. It can upset the handling on your truck if you haven't adjusted for it.
Oh, looks like the 46... or the 4 car. Oh, Brian caught the wall. Looked like Sanity went to go low. Oh, beating and banging. Caution is out. Caution is out.
it looked like we had a little stack up back there. It looked like the 20 kind of got a little loose off of turn 2, and it kind of clipped the 27 there halfway down the back stretch.
Yeah.
We call that getting tail whipped. But it kind of stacked everybody up and bottlenecked the field, and I think that kind of, you're helpless in the back there trying to check up. And
Oh no, because there's nowhere to go.
no, not at this track. It's a self-cleaning track, and there's absolutely nowhere to go when
The
something
three
happens.
worst
Just like Bristol.
tracks, yes, the 3 worst tracks to find somewhere to go to avoid a wreck is Dover, Bristol, and Martinsville, because there is nowhere.
No.
As Honda went from the front to the back.
He might have had some damage or something had happened. Maybe some pit strategy or something. He's a smart racer. I'm sure he'll find his way up there. He's got a pretty good truck, what it looks like.
All right, so we've got Mr. Moore in that 46.
A couple guys in the apron there. You got to watch out getting on that apron. It really
3 wide. Here they come, beating, banging side by side, left and right. Oh, somebody lost it.
Yeah, that 16 truck was really. He went along for a ride there. They all piled in behind him.
There goes the 88. MD2 Wood for the lead as they're 3 wide coming through turn 2.
I spoke with the driver of the 88 in the last few days, and he was ready. He was really prepared for this race.
Wow, we've got Little Man in that 98 up to second.
Good showing for Little Man. He needs
contact again back there.
Looks like that was the 99. It looked like he got loose off the 4 like we talked about.
And also, you got to be mindful of that apron. You barely catch that apron, and whoever's around you's in for a long day as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I see a lot of these guys getting really low to that apron, and that really isn't the preferred line here. You want to be about a half lane
Sanity clips the wall. Looks like everybody held on to that. Sorry to cut you off there. I thought that was about to be a big one, but everybody kept it rolling straight there.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time left in this race. A lot of adjustments
you can make.
Just limiting the mistakes.
Looks like the 19 of Paul Bear caught the apron and stacked the field up just a little bit.
13's going to take advantage of that, and he's going to just motor on by on the outside.
Yep, followed by the 15 and the 45.
15, 45. Looks like Paul Bear, it looks like he's struggling a little bit.
Catches Robbie Bobby.
And that's going to send the 19 all the way to the rear of the field, it looks like.
Just
a couple of trucks back there.
Looks like the 22 back there of Venom got some damage on the front of his truck. That 88's got a pretty good lead here.
He does.
Here comes
it looks like he's starting to stretch it out right now.
Last lap, stage 1.
Last lap, stage 1. Is Plant gonna pull a move on Little Man for second? He gets right up to his bumper, but will not be able. Or Willie's Little Man caught the wall. I think Plant got him.
I think the 3. I do think the 3 got that.
Well, it's not the same Texas truck.
I don't think I would have wanted to maybe get those points just so I'd be able to have a chance to be able to start on that inside lane.
But that also goes with one thing that it's hard to adjust. A lot of people, we see it in real life all the time. People on pit road hitting brakes, letting other people in front of you trying to get a better starting spot, necessarily on the scoreboard, but just inside versus outside line at some tracks. But on here it's hard to do that because you got to take in damage and what everybody else is doing, so it's hard to determine.
Damage is a big factor, and once you repair that truck, it's never the same. So once you do get damage to it and you do repair that truck, it actually does lose speed even though it is repaired. So it's a fine line. You want to try to stay out of trouble. That's the main thing.
Oh yeah, but at a short track with nowhere to go, it's hard to do that.
It sure is.
All right, here comes Plant, and it looks like he got one heck of a jump on that outside line. Side by side. In coming out of turn 2. Oh, little man gets the apron and spins, and they're stacking up, wrecking left and right in the back as the caution will come back out.
I'll tell you what, that 88, he really does get off of turn 2 well.
Yes, he did. So now Plant gonna have to try to do it again. Give him another chance.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier too. In stage 1, is you flirt with that apron, you're kind of flirting with your own destiny.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's not the same Texas truck that we seen up front in the presets, but there's another Texas truck up here in that 3. He's got that big old state emblem on the hood, sitting in second right now. He was our winner last week at Daytona. Had a side-by-side finish with just Ken. He's looking to complete the back-to-back, just like Elite Precision in that 22 did this week.
All right, we're going to rack and stack and green flag. Ooh, looks like somebody pulled off to the bottom. I don't think they got the repair done. But this time the 3 got a little bit better start.
Yes, he did. I think that was Little Man again. He's still at the back, and he is not moving.
Oh, but the 88, man, the 88 is just so good.
Oh,
so good off
he's
the
got
bottom.
that highline momentum, though. Here he comes.
It's going to be tough to complete the pass, though, going into 3 right here.
He ain't going to give up, though. Caution. Caution is back out. Something to a miss.
And you hate to see it, you know, you're trying to get your emotions in check at this point.
Yeah.
And now that we're getting caution after caution, it's really hard to get a rhythm. So it's going to be interesting to see who's going to be able to, you know, keep their cool with all the calamity going on. You know, if I'm a driver in this field right now, I'm going to be mid-pack or further back. I'm going to be like, what can I do to adjust this truck? Is it too tight in the middle? Is it too loose off? What kind of air pressure adjustments do I need to make? Do I need to make a full swing down on the wedge, or need to go up on the wedge? What can I do to make my truck better right now to race in traffic? That would be the questions I'd be asking myself as a driver. And if I'm up front leading, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and make no mistakes.
Little Man just popped up and said what happened with him is his controller broke.
Oh, no.
Yes. All right, I'm going boom vision on the 88 here. Here he comes. Exit to turn 2. Looks like Life as a Plant had. Oh, it looked like he was going to have a better exit, but
it's just so tough that inside.
You got to hit
lane
it perfect.
You have to. You have to have a truck that can run that top lane just good enough on restarts to be able to draw even and maybe dive it down into 3.
Oh, looks like the 4 caught the wall. Took out the 46 as well. I think he just got tight coming out of turn 4 and just slapped it looked like. And once you hit the wall, it's Jesus take the wheel, because you don't know where that vehicle is going to go from there.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it. It might be a little product of maybe a too tight of a setup in the draft. Some of those guys may be pushing it too hard off the corner and getting into the gas a little too early, and it's causing them to wash up the track. Maybe a little help too from another driver. You know, that's always
that's never out of the question.
It's always another option there.
Because also with tracks like these, you notice it. You know, especially with Bristol and Dover, and some places it's got the steep bankings. It's not always having the truck too tight. Sometimes it's a little bit too loose, and you're afraid to turn it for the fact that it might break free on you. So there's a lot of variables.
There are, and
it's a fine line. You've got the
H-Trout over here. Shout out to him. He says,
Trout!
What's the winning driver got to do better than everyone else to get that checkered flag? Honestly, man, it's rotating in the center of the corner. You can get the drive off the corner. You're the guy that's going to win the race.
The 88 again.
Oh, they're stacked up though. Behind the 13 truck.
Oh,
they're gaggle.
Yep, they're back here going at it again. It looked like Plant had one heck of a run, but just lost the momentum there. Not sure what happened with him, but as he drops back to 4th.
It almost looked like he sent it in there and knew it was going to wash up the track and get in the 88. And I think he had to back down, or they would have just both wrecked. Maybe caused a big caution there. So smart move on the 3 truck to back out of it.
Well, here comes that 13 of Honda. He started on the pole, sitting in second right now, all over the bumper of that 88.
You know, I'm looking at that 88 though. He's really getting that drive off the corner. He's got it dialed in. And there's a few other guys too that I see that they have really good drive off. They're entering well. It's all about backing up the corners here. You know, if you back the corners up, save that right rear tire, you're gonna go somewhere. 13 is gonna try and look to the outside here on the 88.
Yes, he is. I seen it. He's got the momentum for it, and
Wow.
he does it. Wow. All right. I saw that from Etho's point of view. Welcome back, Etho. Great to have you back on board, man. We've missed you. Hope all is doing well.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, that didn't sound good. We heard a oh no from our RRR.
I lost audio.
Oh, you don't need audio.
No, this happened last time I raced at Dover.
Try losing audio at a road course when you need to hear your engine.
You gotta hear it here too, Boom.
Well, shift points. Alright, we've got the 99 sitting between the 27 and the 4. Just Ken finished second last week at Daytona. He's looking to duplicate that kind of performance, running 6th. Is that 13 truck, now that he got some fresh air up front, looks like he's starting to put a little bit of a gap. Is that 16's right to the bumper of the 88?
The 88, it has been reeling him in the last couple laps. He's been making microscopic gains on him, so I'm not sure if the 88 is saving a little bit of tire right now and maybe getting back there in the draft with the 13 truck and just, you know, hey man, you have at it, you burn your stuff off, I'll see you at the end of the run.
And the stage, boys, and the stage.
Oh, alright, so Honda MD 16
So our
of
pole sitter.
Fascott.
Pole sitter's going to take stage 2.
3 of Life
Well, that
is
was a wild
Plant.
stage.
Yes, it was. And it looks like Guitar has probably lagged out. We know he was having trouble with his internet a little bit there. So, Honda, Wood,
This sucks.
the 16, 3 of
We got
Life is a
56
Plant,
to go.
and the 4 of Etho for the top 5 in stage 2. Alright.
Where's
So
our in-race
Biden-
reporter?
I finished 6th that stage.
6.
All right. Awesome. Good job.
Alright, so we've got the 13 and the 88 on the front row. Let's see how this is going to go. Can the 88 get a good jump like he has been on the inside? Still side by side.
I just think it's going to be too strong here on that.
Yep, there
On that
he
inside.
goes. Here comes the 13. The
Oh.
99 of Just Ken moves up into second. Oh, looks like the 22 is down on the inside of the wall. Venom comes back up the track, makes a little bit of contact with somebody. Couldn't tell who it was from here. Here comes more in that 46 on the inside, making a run. Looks like he had a few troubles in the early stage there, so he's looking to rebound.
Honda, he's doing a great job out front right now. He's able to dictate the pace. He's had that clean air on the nose.
Here comes the 88
Looks
on
like
the
it's
inside of the 99.
Yep, trying to get side by
Almost.
side there. It's so tough. It's tough, man. In the middle
is.
of 1 and 2, it is tough to get underneath the truck right there, and you just lose all momentum if you can't make that pass.
Yep, because you've got to dive it in and hope you can hold the line, because if not, you've got to get way out of the throttle, and by that point, on corner exit, if somebody sees you slow, they jump to the outside and they can slingshot around you on the outside, and you're losing multiple positions.
You know, everybody just needs to settle in here. There's a lot of strategy that can play out. Hopefully we can get to a green flag pit
3
stop
truck
here.
slipped up just a little bit coming out of turn
So he
4.
did, and then that conveyor belt, you're going to have all those trucks on the inside.
Looks like he still held the momentum coming off the corner though. which I think proves to show, as a fast truck, 'cause a lot of times if you slip up and slide up the track, you're not going to have a whole lot of momentum. So for him to be able to hold on to that position without losing anything, he's got that thing dialed in pretty good, I'd say.
At 88, starting to draw a bead on our second place truck, the 99 of Just Ken. And then behind the 88, we got Edtho in the 4. And he's right in the mix. We got Flint creeping into the mix. All these guys, you throw a blanket over these guys. The top 5, they got pretty close setups right now as far as speed goes, and it looks like they're all handling pretty good right now.
Absolutely. Had a few hiccups at the start of the race there, but it looks like they've all got it, out of their system. Got a feel for what their trucks are going to be able to do, and it looks like it's.
Looks like the 27 right now. He's starting to draw a bead on that 3 truck, just trying to get a sniff of that draft, and you just want to try to get in touch with these leaders here. Maybe not make a pass, maybe try to make your passes getting into the pits. If you can beat drivers off the pits, on the pits and off the pits, I mean that can win you a race.
Here comes Just Ken closing in on the bumper of the 13. See, those truck paint schemes are fairly similar too. Black tops, blue sides with, I'd hate to be their spotters right now.
Right.
Looks like the 3 trucks trying to make a pass on the. Edtho got a little bit loose. It looked like.
It looked like the 3 kind of got up in that cushion a little wide, and it gets really tight up there when you get 2.5 lanes up. It just gets so tight on exit. It's really hard to keep.
27 making his move. Right to the bumper of the 3. Just give him a little love tap. Hey, I'm here. Don't you forget about me.
Yeah, at this point, you definitely don't want to put yourself into a situation where you could take yourself out of a good finish. So, just being patient is key at Dover.
Yes.
It's picking when you want to make a move, and you don't want to use that guy up in front of you to make a pass, because that guy is going to remember it later on in the race.
The moment you get around him,
9 out of 10 times he's going to end up repaying you later on.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can vouch for that. Alright, we've got a heck of a battle up here.
It looks like the 99,
yes.
He has caught the 13. It looks like the 88 has caught the 13 also, so I wonder if that 13 is just, he's not able to.
3 on the inside of the 4, a little bit of contact. 3 wide is the 27, the 16, they're all making their way around.
Wow, 27 took advantage of that. That was smart driving right there. He drove it right down to the bottom. He hooked that line. Yep. That's what we talked about. You just got to wait.
Capitalize on the moment.
This is a great race right now for the top spot. These guys are going at it.
Oh yeah, the top 5, I mean, there's been no give and take. I mean,
I'll tell you what, the biggest mover so far I've seen in the race is that 27 truck. It looks like over this long run, he's actually starting
the 88, is that a signal for pit?
I think the 88 might have just got loose off the corner.
All right, teammates. Oh, caught the apron. Ooh!
Little contact there.
No harm, no foul, as the 13's was pulling right back up to the 99, but he caught the wall coming out of turn 2. Looked like he got a little bit tight. So what I'm seeing from the 99, it looks like he's trying to diamond the corner a little bit more. He's diving in, sliding up just a little bit, and then diving back down on exit to make sure that he stays away from the wall.
At this point, you just want to keep your cool and don't overdrive your truck. It's tough. It's a tough track.
Got almost an entire corner ahead of 3rd and 4th. Mr. Moore here for the Canucks, running in 4th in that 46. Nice showing for him. I worked with him a little bit last season as a part of Edtho's team with Dark Knight and Tommy. running the custom Xfinity. Oh, as he makes a move to the inside of the 88, that was a beautiful pass too. And right back to the bumper of the 46. He says, "Not so fast."
You know, while this is all going on,
Those two
the
are gone.
the 99 and the 13 have checked out.
Let's see. That's it's about I'd say about a 6-second lead. If you're leading, 6 seconds don't seem like a whole lot, but if you're trying to close that window, 6 seconds is a lifetime.
Oh, it is. It's an eternity, especially at such a short track like
Yes.
this. It's almost near impossible to make up any ground unless you can pull some pit strategy out. Or
Yes. But it's just looks like
the 3
Plant
got loose.
yeah. As he was able to regather, it looks like he might have slid against the wall there just a little bit to help stall the sidewaysness of that truck. Well, we know how Plant is, though. Plant loves his loose vehicles.
It looks like a lot of these guys are starting to fight ill handling conditions near the end of this fuel run.
Yeah, I'd say probably we're maybe 10 laps probably from fuel and tires. Oh, looks like we've got a battle for the lead again. Let me get back up to it. Oh, can't believe I'm missing that. Yep, 13's on the inside of the 99.
You know, and a lot of this battling with these guys back here, 3rd, 4th, and 5th, it's just allowed those other guys to just pull away.
Yep.
You know,
I
know you don't want to.
Retakes the lead.
I know it's really hard to want to follow a guy, but
here comes the
sometimes
99.
it's in your best.
Crossover.
It's in your best interest sometimes to follow some guys, get hooked up, and try racing for the big prize instead of racing for the consultation prize.
Yes. We've got a hell of a battle between these two. Honda and Just Ken are putting on one heck of a show. They're going left and right, high, low, crossing each other over. Oh, looks like Just Ken got a little bit loose there as Honda goes to the outside.
Yeah, we're coming up on green flag pit stop.
Wow,
so hopefully
the momentum he had through that corner.
Hopefully these guys can get it all sorted out here.
Man, this overhead view, I love this view. Looks like green flag pit stops have started as I've seen a truck on pit road. Life is a plant.
What was the fuel window here?
I think it was 30 some. I can't remember.
Okay. How many laps do we have left?
Less than 30.
Okay.
Oh, so we might have a caution. Creed just hit the inside wall down the front stretch.
Oh, Plant better hope not, because he was already on pit road making his stop when that happened.
I don't see any cautions coming out yet, so it's still clean and green.
So we've got a few more trucks on pit road now, making their stops. And as once again the 13 and the 99 have just chucked away from everybody, dealing with their own little battle here. Now, if you're the 13 or the 99, do you want to pit before the other one?
Oh, absolutely.
As we see the 99 coming down pit road now, following the 45.
Oh yeah, I would definitely want to pit before the other guy. That way, it's going to force him to come down pit road next lap, and it's just going to give me a better chance to maybe gap him if he didn't have a good entry into the pits.
All right, let's see what Honda does here.
I think he's going to pit this time.
We got MD Wood put Plant in the wall down the backstretch. He got loose off the corner.
Oh. Plant's got their fresh tires. MD still yet to make his pit stop, I believe.
I wonder if MD might be looking at doing maybe a fuel-only stop or 2 tires here at the end.
He's definitely fighting an ill-handling truck. He just cut to the inside. I think he's about to pit now. Oh, I think that was a little bit of courtesy shove from Plant there to let him know he didn't appreciate that. Here comes Dr. Robbie Bobby off of pit road. Paul Bear's on. Creed's on. Here comes Honda off, so let's see what the gap between him and the 99 is going to be.
99's coming out around 1 and 2 right now. It looks like they're going to come out fairly even, but the 99 is going to get the advantage here.
Yep, there he goes. All right.
And it looks like the gap is probably going to be about maybe a 3/4 of a second to a half a second right now. And that's a lot of ground to make up at Dover.
Yes.
It is not easy to make up that ground, because not only you got to make the ground up, but once you get to the guy's bumper, you got to find a way around him. So it's difficult.
And you got to be careful. It's almost like the super speedways. You got to be careful not to show your move too soon, because if you do it, you get around them, and then they get right back around you. They already know how you can do it, and they're going to do everything they can to stop it the second time.
There's about 24, 23 laps left in this race, guys.
All right.
I think that 13 truck has the hot hand, though. He has 1 lap fresher tires. He had a good entry and exit on a pit road. He didn't give up a lot of time.
As we're coming up on lap traffic here.
Yeah, that's going to force the 99 up to the high side. It's going to allow the 13 to take advantage of that.
That definitely stalled him out.
He used that lap car as a pick. But Just Ken's a smart driver. I think he's going to just wait, maybe see if the 13 makes a mistake so they can get side by side here, maybe not burn his tires off too much.
Yeah,
try to overdrive it.
Last year in our custom Xfinity race at Dover, we had the closest finish in Giggity's history, if I remember correctly.
It was against
3
Pottles.
Wide between Pottles, G9, and Fat Patch.
Yeah, closest. It was our closest finish ever for our Xfinity series. But we did have a couple of cup races that ended within 1/10 of a second of each other.
So who knows? Maybe we can duplicate it in the trucks tonight.
I mean, it's setting up to be that way right now. It's looking like it's going to be a barn burner between these two right now. They checked out. I mean, like we talked about earlier in the race, man, those guys kind of got in a gaggle of cars and they were battling left and right, and they just let those leaders get away. And I mean, once you let the leader get away, it's really, really difficult to try to get that track position back on them.
Yep. And also the big thing is, one important thing is stay on the lead lap.
Yes.
It's a short track, one slip, and you're a lap down.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you got to know that you're not going to be the only one to make a slip. There's going to be multiple people making a mistake. So then you're going to have to fight against everybody else who did to get that lap back. And once you start fighting with that, you wear your tires down and you almost... I mean, it's hard to come back if you lose a lap at Dover. Or any short track.
Difficult. Where are you at right now, in-race reporter?
I'm 5th right now.
All right.
Good top 5 run going so far.
Plant is back on pit road.
Yeah, he about took me out. I don't know what happened to his truck. It wasn't even a signal of him coming to pit road, and I about lost it, but we're good. Got the truck rolling again.
All right. So, is that little man behind you?
Yep.
All right.
His truck's beat up pretty bad, though.
Hey, that's how he likes his trucks. I can tell you that right now.
You know, with the trucks, you definitely got to run them a little looser.
Oh yeah.
They're a brick. They're just a handful. They can be really difficult to set up for, depending on the track too. But not a lot of power. So it's all about handling, and it's all about that corner speed. It's who can hold the best speed through the corners. I mean, that's where you're really going to gain time.
Consistently.
Yes.
Because anybody can go out there and run 3-4 laps, but it's how long can you keep that up without your truck going to pieces on you.
Absolutely.
We're going about 15 to go this time by.
Right. Yes,
15 to go. The 99 has not left the 13's bumper.
No, he has not.
But keep in mind, the 99 does have 1 lap older tires than the 13.
Yes, he does.
So I don't know if maybe the draft is just holding Just Ken there right now, because we know how strong the draft is. I mean, obviously you got to have some skill to be able to keep behind that guy. But 1 lap fresher tires is huge. It really is. It is a big advantage.
Does it look like that lap truck was going to play a big...
46 or more, it looks like he's having a good run tonight.
Yes, he was. He was running top 5 before the pit cycles.
A lot of new guys that I have to get used to their names, and I definitely want to meet a lot of these guys in the booth after the race and talk to them in the garage area. I haven't met a lot of these drivers, so I definitely would like to get their thoughts on the race. And it's been great so far. We had a couple of incidents early on, stage 1 and 2. It kind of worked itself out. Now we've had a nice long green flag run in stage 3, but overall, really proud of these guys.
I don't think we've had a caution in stage 3, have we?
I think we had one. No, we didn't have one in stage 3. We had them in stage 1 and 2.
All right.
We've been clean and green in stage 3. We were able to get green flag pit stops accomplished, and right now, the closest battle on the track would be the battle for the lead between the 99 and the 13. He has not left the 13's bumper, but the 13's running a really nice line. He's kind of running midway in the corner, letting it wash up a little bit, but he's getting that drive off.
So it looked like he also, the 99 was doing that when he was in the lead as well. So now that the 13 got around him, he was like, well, wait a minute, maybe I can try the same thing, and it looks to be working.
It's just tough. It's tough to make a run on a guy here,
especially if you're using the same line.
Yeah, all that dirty air disrupting that, your truck. It's just taking all the downforce off the front end of the nose, and it can plow tight.
But we've got
10 to go, guys.
10 to go. We've got 3 lap traffic.
This might be a factor right here,
yes.
Right? We got lap traffic coming into play, so it's going to be interesting to see how these leaders can navigate this traffic. Got to be patient through here, and these guys don't want to go a lap down because they're still running for position.
Yeah, they're still fighting each other. Oh, 46 catches the wall. He gets out of the way.
Oh, the 99 hit the apron there. He's going to give up a lot of ground to the 13.
Oh, 13 and 15 make a little bit of contact. Here comes the 99 right back to the bumper.
And I believe that 13 truck, he is a driver of No Shift Pendle, so good to see him showing out tonight for Pendle and for that organization.
Absolutely. Pendle was tickled whenever he found out he was going to be a captain.
I'm watching this battle between the 88 and the 3.
He's a lap down. Plant's just pushing the crap out of him.
Oh, 99 gets to the inside of the 13.
Yeah, I don't know why the 3 truck.
Oh, contact. Oh, 13 spinning. I think not Plant.
I don't know why that 3 truck's really doing that right now. He's 2 laps down, and
I think the 99 got loose on the inside, tried to overcorrect it, and caught the 13.
Oh man!
I'll have to go back and look at that, but the 99 was all the way at the inside of the track.
6 to go.
Kind of like you break loose and cut left, and I'm not sure if he just overcorrected or what, but they met back in the middle of the track, and the 13 went around with no caution.
Tough break. Man. We've all been in that position too, where
oh yes,
something like that happens and takes you out of contention. But it's not over yet. I mean, still could have a caution here and shake things up at the end. I mean, it's been known to happen before.
Well, looks like the 88 starting to get a little bit loose as he's got the 45 on his bumper.
Robbie, Dr. Robbie's lap down as well.
Okie dokie.
Battle right now would probably be me, Etho, and Wood right now for position.
And what position are you in there? IR?
Third.
All right, so we've got Graham in
That's
third,
fourth, and
Etho
fifth.
fourth. All right. Oh yeah, not more, but Wood's definitely fighting a loose truck. It looks like coming on corner exit. Looks like the battling he was doing with Plant might have worn them tires down.
3 to go.
Yeah, and you got to kind of question, the 3 truck really running them hard like that when you're multiple laps down. I'm not sure what was going on there at that point.
That's not the first time we've seen that this season. We've seen that in.
Well, if I put a lighting on it, I don't know if it was that, but when Plant first got fresh tires and we were still on old tires, the 88 got loose out of two and put them in the inside wall. So I don't know if that
I mean,
either
and see,
That's
you know,
old
you
tires.
hate to see
though.
that, but I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of guys, it's happened to a lot of trucks
Two
tonight.
to go,
I've seen,
correct, or one to go?
I've seen,
that should be one to go with them because they're like a straightaway ahead of me. I think that should be one or two. But
seen
he's like
several
a
of, seen several of these trucks tonight get loose off the corner, and it's just product of when you're getting loose, you
Yep,
shoot
we're
down
on
the
one
track.
to go. He's coming to the checkered out of
All
three
right.
right now.
Presented by Back Alley Bakeries, the 99 truck of Just Ken will come to the start-finish line to win Dover. Man, him and Honda put on
I
one
don't
hell of a show
care.
tonight.
Wow! I got third.
All right. Can we get a picture of that?
Oh, and I think the 88 actually passed the 4 car for fourth, right at the line.
Yes, yeah, he did.
Just Ken just told Honda in the truck chat that he caught the apron.
Yeah, that's tough, man. I really wanted to see Honda maybe get that win. I know he's been working hard for that win. He's a great driver. Ken is too, both of them. It's just,
All right.
it's a
Graham,
racing
can
incident.
you get a
You know, you
screenshot of
can't-
the final order there? Oh, you already
Gotcha,
did
birthday
it. You're
boss.
already on it.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
You really can't help that. It's just a racing incident. We saw a
Right,
lot of
so-
that tonight. Guys getting loose.
Oh.
So we've got Just Ken,
I just pulled third
Honda,
with no sound.
Sanity, Wood, and Ed Thode rounding out the top five. Little Man 6th, Fast Scott 7th, Paul Bear 8th, Moore and Creed for the top 10. And we've got Crazy Breton, Dr. Robbie Bobby, Venom, Life as a Plant, and Guitar as he had his technical difficulties 63 laps down. All right, who wants to run 75 laps at Eldora in the trucks?
All right, I'm done.
Not me, sorry. All right, so Mr. Sanity, as you are our lobby or chat party host, can you get Mr. Ken up in here?
Yes, I will get Ken and I will get Honda.
Wow, what a show.
Yeah, that was. That was definitely some hard fought battles throughout.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go to Eldora. I don't want to go to Eldora.
We're back out of Eldora.
I'm trying, but it won't let me back out of the game. It's got that glitch thing. Give me a minute. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'll get the guys. I just got to get out of the lobby. Phew. That was rough. I can still get them. I can still get them in the party even with that. Don't worry about it. So we need. I don't have Honda, but I have
got
Ken.
Honda.
Yeah, just
I can invite him. I'll get Honda in here for you.
Yeah, someone needs to invite
I'm
Sanity too. He did a really good run tonight.
I think he's already in here, isn't he?
All right, let's go
All right.
look at them leaderboards, see what they look like after the race now. Robbie Bobby's still sitting up front. Honda's 4th. Moore 6th. Life is a Plant. Creed at the Insanity cracking the top 10 on the daily. Look at you.
That was actually in draft. I was cracking sixes in draft. I think it was beginning of the race. Because my car was so... I had to figure it out in third stage. Alright. Alright, get them interviews in. Oh, man.
I did suggest Honda, and then I think here's Ken joining us. There's our race winner, Mr. Just Ken. How you doing, man?
Just Ken.
Hey, yeah, that was a little.
Is your voice settings set to always allow before we start?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
just make sure. Take it away, now, guy.
Man,
Yeah,
you had a
no,
heck of a battle with the 13 truck there, buddy. Walk us through that whole final third stage. I mean, it looked like you guys once you got clear of that gaggle of cars from third on, or trucks from third on back when they were battling out for that spot, you guys kind of just checked out.
Yeah, yeah, and man, I got into him a couple times. He got into me, and it was just that's Dover, and I know he's probably upset about it, but I got in hot, and I took the only run I really thought I had because he was good in the short run. I would get better, and then he would get good, a little better, and catch me, and then so we were really even, and I felt like I had to take the run when I had it, and uh, yeah, I apologize to him for getting into him there. I locked up the tire trying to keep it slowed down on the bottom, but slid up instead and
Yeah,
tried staying.
we saw a lot of that.
Yeah, it was a
Getting
little
loose.
rough in the beginning, but it was fun. It was fun coming through the field like that, and
I mean, was your truck loose off the corner at any point in the run?
yeah, it would just a little bit. It wasn't nothing like a cup car. So I used notes out of my cup setup and kind of adjusted on it earlier, and I think I think I had a little more tuning I could have done to it, but for what I had, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, you guys definitely had the class of the field as far as the two trucks tonight to beat. We
Absolutely.
discussed it in pre-race. I mean, when you get into an incident, there's absolutely nowhere to go on the track. Describe for us those opening two stages, what it was like for you two
There's
trying
nowhere to
to
go.
navigate through those accidents.
It gets
It's just like
frustrating,
it's like a
but
demolition derby, man. Everything's
yeah.
bottlenecked and there's nowhere to go.
There's the one time in the first stage or whatever when there's like 8 or 9 guys that didn't take tires, and I mean it's just like, oh man, this isn't gonna be good, you know. And it was, running through them. When everybody hits the wall and hits each other, and they're all slowed up, and you're coming with a full head of steam, you try to take what you can, and I mean, if you don't, you're gonna end up getting hit by the guy behind you or something like that. So it's like you said, there's nowhere to go when shit starts happening in front of you.
Right. I mean, it's
It's
just,
crazy.
you're at the mercy of the pack at that point. But I mean,
Yeah,
awesome job, man. Great win. You're bringing
yeah.
home the Ben Rhodes 99 Thor Sport Truck, the victory.
I gotta say,
Congratulations to you
uh,
tonight. It was a
as you,
heck of a win, a heck of a battle. Go ahead, Boom.
Yeah.
uh,
Once again, I apologize to Honda for I it was totally my bad. I just watched the replay and I locked up the tire and got up the track and got into you. There was nothing personal. Just felt like I was trying to stick it around the bottom.
well, I'll go ahead
First
and
time I
say,
made that move, with old tires, it's hard to
yeah,
stick it with, you know.
old tires tend to slip, slide up a little bit, but I just want to say thanks for putting on one heck of a show tonight, you and Honda both. I mean, y'all, like Noko said, y'all are definitely class of the field. Uh, the side by side, the crossovers, the constant,
Yeah. Oh, I have so
y'all were
much fun with
crossing each other,
that.
left and right. I mean, I almost felt my Dale Jr. at Chicagoland building up inside, watching y'all constantly pass each other lap after lap. But
Yeah, and me and Honda, we know each other from previous racing and stuff. Midnight.
Previous leagues and stuff.
Yeah, so I'm laughing, I'm smirking the whole time, giving him a hard time when I'm getting close to him, and I know what he's feeling.
all right, man. Well, congratulations. You put on a heck of
Thank
a
you.
show. Got underdog first win of the season. Proud of you,
Appreciate
We
buddy.
it.
got our second place driver here, and
Yes.
arguably, you had the better tires, Honda.
Wow. Yes.
You were able to hold the lead for a majority of the race. I mean, it came down to two guys just really wanting to win bad, and like Ken said, just a little slip up there, and it kind of just at that point it's really hard
Yeah,
to.
it's racing. That's all what I call it. It's racing.
Yeah,
Hard racing.
it was hard racing, but man, you had a really good truck there. It looked like your truck really rotated the center of the corner off.
That's what I was working on because usually Dover, he push up in the center. So I was trying to eliminate that so I can hold that bottom all the way down through the corner and up out.
I couldn't do nothing with you at the beginning of a run, man. I was trying so hard to stay right there, and that's all I could do is just stay right there, and then
I
about
wasn't trying
mid
to
run.
get too far away because I know if I got too far away, you guys would have got closer at the end of the run. So I was trying to,
Yeah. Manage, yep.
manage that.
So walk us through those last 5 laps, Honda. What was your thoughts, man? You were like, I'm on the cusp of this win right now. What's it like? If you could explain to all the guys, all the viewers listening and watching this broadcast, what's it like being the leader especially at a tough track like Dover. What's your mentality? I mean, you play more offense, or are you more of a or defense in this closing laps?
Closing laps is mostly defense. You got to really hold that bottom, especially if you've got a guy breathing on your neck. It's a whole heck of a lot harder. Pardon my French.
You did a good job, man. It's really unfortunate. Like, Just
Uh,
Kenny's definitely he apologized about it, and it's definitely a racing incident. And
we
we
have
talked
our
about it.
run-ins on
We talked about it earlier in the race during the broadcast, and I just mentioned to Just Ken. What was it like trying to navigate through the accidents there in stage 1 and 2?
Well, when I in the beginning there, that first second caution there, I hit the apron and I had a whole lot of damage, so I started in the back.
yeah, I was
Dead
about to
last.
say you
Oh
had the
yeah,
fastest
you
lap.
wrecked
You
while you were
started on the
leading.
pole, and then before I realized it, that 13 truck was sitting dead last. I was sitting there thinking, "Uh-oh."
I just
Yeah,
come out of turn 2 and see a 13 truck sideways in front of the whole field. I'm like, oh man, here we go, bam!
I had my truck turning a little too good for that qualifying run, so I had to tighten her up in those couple stages and get her right, and I had her right there. When I let Ken go by me in that first pit stop there in the third stage, I caught him. But all those wrecks was like pick and choose where you go.
Yeah, you have to navigate through that, and hopefully, you don't get stuck on that outside lane. I feel like if you're stuck on the outside lane in the middle of the pack, you're just at the mercy of those guys on the bottom. You're just praying that they can hold it down there and not shove you up into the wall.
You know,
Especially at Dover, it's so tough.
I was really happy with the '88 truck. I think Wood. I passed him on the outside. He
Yes,
held
you
that
did.
bottom lane like a champ. I was like, heck, I was even surprised I passed him up there.
I think you were the only one that we actually caught live actually making a pass on the high line in the custom race tonight. We seen it a
Heck,
couple times in the preset. I even told Noco, I was wondering, can we see people make it on the high line? We were like, I don't know. And you pulled it
I
out.
didn't think I was a little bit of a doubter. I was a skeptic about it because I just didn't think that there was enough momentum with these trucks to be able to hold the middle groove, especially with a truck tight on the bottom. It's tough to hold that in the center of the corner because the truck wants to. Depending on your setup, it's either going to want to step out in the center or it's just going to want to build tight going off the corner. So it was really interesting
Yeah,
to see. But man, your truck really turned the center of the corner really well, and it was
you, you
really
know,
apparent on the broadcast.
with the mid groove, just barely one lane off the bottom, I could really make some ground up on guys running that. But like you always wash up another lane through the middle of the corner, and it's hard. If you can get in just right, you can get that lane up and then arc down off the bottom and get a really good run. But it's hard to do consistently,
that's where
especially
you
here.
were beating me at because I was trying to
Yeah.
protect that bottom. I seen what you were doing. I'm like, oh.
All right. Well, next week
Well,
we've
good.
got Canadian Tire.
The one lap you ran the bottom and I caught you on the middle groove, and then you ran the middle groove and I went down the bottom and I caught you there too, and I was like, he's switching it up.
Yeah,
Good job
next
to
week we've
both
got
of you
Canadian
guys.
Tire. What are y'all looking
Appreciate
forward
it.
to the most?
Canadian Tire?
Yeah, we're gonna see the same racing. I mean,
I don't know. I'm being
Probably
on
not
a
out of
wheel
me.
shifter.
I don't really have those
focused on
road
the
course
top
setups.
5.
Well,
I'm gonna try to get
good
the
race to
gearing
both
right.
of you guys. Man, you guys did a heck of a job. Put on a great show. We had a few
Thank you.
incidents early on in the race, but man, you guys really sorted it out. We saw a lot of patience. We saw some aggressive driving. We saw a little bit of everything tonight. Great job to both of you guys. But I want to get to our in-race reporter real quick because he kind of fought back from adversity as well,
yes, he
along
did.
with you guys, and he actually was able to grab that third spot in the closing lap. So,
Nice.
Sandy, buddy, good job, man.
Yeah, good
Thank
job,
you, man.
buddy.
Appreciate it, guys. And
I don't
I didn't have
think you're going to be sweeping floors tonight, man.
I know,
Congratulations.
right? Yeah, honestly, I didn't have a handling truck all race to about the end of the last pit stop. That truck, it was I don't know what was wrong with it. What me and the team worked on, for some reason, it was totally opposite what we did, and the car was so loose from entry to exit to off. So I was just trying to figure out what to do. In that last pit stop, I found something, and it worked to prevail for me to get where I needed to go. So I gotta thank Noco, man. If it wasn't for them helping me out, I wouldn't be able to be up here third talking to you guys in the booth. Coming from
Well,
me
you did.
wise, this season I'm not a guy that actually knows customs. So coming in to get all the help from them guys, I thank him so much.
hey man, you did all the work, and that's all we expect out of you. You know, just give it your best. But heck of a run, third place. Good job to Honda. Good job to Just Ken on the win.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate the entire broadcasting crew that brought you the race tonight, guys. Brought to you by Back Alley Bakeries. For all
Speaking
your
of, I want a donut.
Which kind you want? You want the powdered sugar one or what?
No, I want the I want the cream Boston cream pie and filled in Claire's and a couple apple fritters, you know, bear claws, you know, just a variety of sorts.
We'll get you an order placed here and get you all set up. But shout out to everybody that made this possible tonight for the custom and default races. Both were excellent.
Yes, we had over 100 comments on each preset and custom. So we have hit over 200 comments tonight. We've probably had about anywhere between 30 to 40 to maybe 50 viewers. So thank y'all for joining in. Nice. Once again, you know, this is, you know, y'all are the reason we broadcast this stuff to put it on a show for y'all. So thank y'all for taking time out of y'all's nights to watch us.
And I'm gonna take it away from here. We knew coming into Dover it was gonna be a tough track. Miles has always been known to be tough on drivers, to chew you up and spit you out. Two great races tonight for everybody at Giggity Racing League. 3, 2, 1.
Bye. Bye.